Hello guys and welcome back to my Total War Rome 2 playthrough series on the Rise of the Republic DLC, me playing as, obviously, Rome, because why would you not? One thing I do want to point out, we've actually started in a bit of a weird situation here, because at the end of last session, I kind of was I had a enemy Samnite force push forward and attack one of my one of the settlements I recently conquered with this army. It's done really well so far. It's a decently leveled up army. It's got a couple of good levels, which is nice to see. But the problem is I'm versing a Samnite force, which is kind of roughly the same size, but a bit more experienced. So I kind of left it there last episode. It was a bit of time I played, so it was the kind of idea of like, right, I'm going to take a break. And I come back and it's like, okay, now I've got to do a battle scene. So we've more or less, you join me in this just pre-phase of the battle. So I just want to go over a little bit about what I'm going to do in terms of actually this battle plan, because it's going to be similar to the battle that I did, I think, 2 episodes ago, in which I was defending a village and a settlement. And right now it's in a situation of that this one's a bit more open field. The other one was kind of very restrictive, which was fantastic for me because it meant I could funnel the enemy into certain positions. This one's a bit more awkward because there's many avenues you can get attacked from. They are still choke points and funnels, so you can see here from the front I've got 2. But it spreads my forces a little bit more thin. So what I've done here is, in the front here, I've got my spears. And the reason why I've got my spearmen on the front in the phalanx formation is simply because of the fact of that we do have over here, I don't know if I can actually see them, there is companion cavalry. And these are medium infantry, medium melee, but they are strong. And the last thing I want to be doing is either getting attacked from the front and getting smashed through, or getting attacked from the rear. So this is why I've kind of like set myself up with the spears in the front to basically hold the line and draw as many enemies in as possible. And then I've got my flanks protected on the left and right here by 2 divisions or 2 cohorts, as you would call them. Well, actually not cohorts yet, but basically 2 units of swordsmen each side. So 2 on the left, 2 on the right, followed by some slingers from the back. And I do also have some really rubbish towns infantry, which I've kind of got like positioned over here, I want them to be used up because they're easily replaced, and I don't think they gain levels. And then what I've done from behind is on the right wing and left wing, shall I say, I've got, as you can see here, basically 2 lots of cavalry, and I want to. The whole idea is funnel them in and then go around the flanks. It's the exact same plan as always, and then I've got 2 divisions or 2 units of Roman swordsmen just in reserve, just in case, because there's nothing worse than you setting up a battle plan, putting all your units into a position where they're going to be instantly used up, and you can't then maneuver units just in case a situation changes. There's nothing worse than dedicating all your units to the front line and then being in a position where, oh crap, I can't do anything, I'm going to get absolutely overwhelmed here. So the idea of these units here is just to basically, when certain situations arise that I need to adapt and change, I can then send these units to where these need to be plugged in. So I've got 2 sat back here. Most of the Samnite infantry, I think they've got quite a few spearmen, as you can see here. So these are light, so it's not too bad. And they do have some heavy infantry, which is the main bit I'm worried about, is these guys. And I think they've got just 1. And they do have some medium infantry as well here, location warriors. And also they've got a load of slingers, which light again, but they're deadly. And they've got some archers, and these are rank 5 archers, so that's a bit of a worry. But anyway, so you're going to be seeing this from a cinematic point of view. I mean, if you do want to see me just play the battle normal like this, and me just talk over and explain what's going off, that's fine. I do like doing the cinematic side of it, just to kind of add a bit of flair to it all, add some dramatic music, and you get into the action a bit more. It does cut out a lot of the battle detail, but I feel like this would be a bit better. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the battle and beat the Samnites off, shall we?
We meet the enemy today on our terms, not theirs. This is the moment you have waited for, trained for, the very reason you are here. Now, teach these swine what happens to those who oppose Rome!
And there we are. It's this close victory, though, which I never really understand, because it wasn't a close victory at all. It was a basically decisive, just bloodbath on my side. I mean, look at this. Deployed 2,640, so they had more men, only just, obviously, well, less even sides, let's just say. They lost everyone, apart from a few stragglers that managed to slip away. I lost about maybe a third of my force. Maybe, yeah, just under the third. And I obviously killed 2,300. And yet, it's close victory. I'm thinking that's a bit odd. Again, those Samnite Silvermen, Samnite Silver Infantrymen, were nuts. They killed 260 of my men. So them on their own did, you know, over a quarter of the deaths. Or nearly actually half of all the deaths on my side. And then you got Lucian warriors, which killed a lot as well. Their mercenary cavalry was just shocking, but then again, the loyalty is kind of in question. And the Herpinian warriors as well, a lot of damage. But apart from that, most of their units I did manage to squash very easily. And a lot of my infantry kind of got nice. I mean, look at these. The slingers just did so much damage here. And in the end, it was just them, as soon as they panicked and they all just ran, they was going to get slaughtered down. So I've had a lot of nice level up on most of my... Actually, we're all level 3 now, apart from this guy. But he was the one... I think these two are the ones that kind of got kept out of the way and didn't really... They were like in reserve, which is good. But yeah, overall, that was kind of nice. But let's continue on to the... Because I think I were in between turns when I did this. So what do I want to do? Do I want to enslave them? Or do I want to kill them, enslave, get the wealth? Or do I want to release? I mean, I gain more if I release them, but then... Oh, well, their army's dead anyway and crushed, so I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah. Let's just do that. We'll release them and be more generous towards them, because we did more or less slaughter most of them anyway, so the ones that we did capture and get away, it's fine. Okay, Carthaginian slaves. 50 kind of slave ships arrive from one of your port cities. The slave master requests a personal audience and asks to sell his slaves in your city. So I can buy the slaves myself, which would cost me 2,000 to do it. Allow him to conduct his business. Nobody should bar a trader to attempt to make profit. Confiscate the slaves, which will probably just really anger the Carthaginians or turn them away. Let us... I'm going to buy them. I had some subversion as well, but that's fine. The sons come of age. Spurius, Furius, Camillus. Okay, nice. So Marcus Fusus has got leveled up. Oh, he's recovered. Again, allies confirmed a war target. So I think my ally is going to attempt to siege down this city. I'm tempted to think, do I want to help my ally do that? We've got a tribal confederation, which is the Etruscan League, actually. Okay, so they must be having a real bad time up there. Normally when ally you get confederations for me, it's when you've got people are in a bit of a... Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's usually they're in a bit of a bad situation, but they're actually kind of doing all right. That's very interesting, to be honest. We'll see how that goes later down the line. So, do I continue my push down south? Is that maybe an idea? I kind of did spend a lot of money just like doing all these, but I do have to change a lot here. So let's... I mean, I got the food, and I guess I just want to get as much food as possible down here. I think that's the best thing. I do want to change this culture from Hellenic to Latin, which is going to take a bit of time. And I don't want to expand because, as you can see here, there's quite a lot of other cultures just sat around here, which would be... I mean, what is the culture level in these provinces, to be honest? Not too bad. We're increasing much. It's a 3.4 change every turn, which is quite a lot, to be honest. Got a tradition coming in. My lovely veteran has managed to heal himself up. So, where is he? Where did he spawn? Does he spawn all the way back here? Hold on. Agent recovered. Ah, there he is. I've been trying to kill this guy, this Samnite Marcus, but he's so strong it's not even funny. But I keep trying to do it anyway because I just want to get rid of him. Okay, so he failed to do it because he's constantly using subversion against my army, and it's caused me to have little problems with men, which is never nice because they can't always go for your best ones. But overall, I don't think I can do much this turn in terms of everything which is going off. My ally is going to push down. If my ally sieges, then I might want to join in and help out with that, because it looks like my southern border is now secure down here with the terrace. They've kind of pushed up. I wonder if they're... Because they're my allies. Neapolis is here. And they've got Taras, which are there. So I might want to trade deal with them for now, just as a mutual benefit, you think? Okay, are they even going to? Got a non-aggression pact with them, so I guess that's always a good thing. Let's try and see if we can get a trade agreement with them. So we give them 500. No, wow. Okay, what do you want? Let's just give him all the money I have, 900. That's for a trade. If they don't want, oh no, if they don't want it from that point, then yeah, there's nothing I can really do for now. I'll just wait a bit longer. Actually, you know what? Pay him. Give him a little payment, just a little one. Give him 300. Maybe that might kind of like boost him in my favor a little bit more. Because they're allies with these guys, the Neapolis. Neapolis. So that's going to be good. Okay, let's move into next turn. Carthaginian slaves. Slave master at the payment with smiles. Okay, so we got, favor from Carthage, which is nice. So 100% wealth generated by slaves, and Carthage is going to be, all punic factions, wow. Okay, so I do want to keep the car, because Carthaginians, they're all the way down here, Carthage. So they own most of this land, I think, or they might own a part of it. But they also own down here. I think we can go into a bit more detail. So Carthage, I think, own like this bit maybe. Got Syracuse down here, and I don't know if they own at this stage in the game, or in history, if they owned Corsica and Sardinia. They could do, but always a bit hard to know for certain. Okay, so what's the next? The war target's still down there. My ally has, oh god, where the hell am I? I'm just right in the middle of the sea. Decided to try and siege these guys down. I don't know if that's their only capital. I think they've got another building down here by the looks of it. I think they had this one, but it looks like they got taken by this guy. So if we can actually destroy the Samnites, I think it'd be kind of good. How's my forces doing? I could move to here and then try and help out next turn. Or I could try and dash forward now and help out best I can if the Hercynians actually decide to take it. Because the less damage they take, the better. Or I could just leave them to their own device. They might sack it and then run off. And maybe I could take the settlement. I don't know. I mean, I could stay here, replenish for another 2 turns, which is fine. Or I could try and help them out. I think I'm going to try and help my ally. So I think the Samnites can't come from this direction anyway, because they'd have to go through this province anyway. And I think it's safe for the time being just to leave it for a turn or 2. And I'll try and, again, assassinate this guy if possible. There we go. He's finally dead. Well done, veteran. You've done well. What was I doing with this guy? So he was coming down. I think I just wanted him down here, my patrician, just to convert this over. The same with these guys, to be honest. How are we doing? Happiness is really good now, so I think it's probably a good idea for my patrician all the way down here. Just kept these settlements in line. Because morale and public order is a big thing. And then I think once the Samnites have finished, it's then deciding what to do next. I might want to try and consolidate my power around here. So maybe take these guys out, or maybe move to the left. Because they're actually kind of strong as well, these ones. But if I can kind of like consolidate my power and hold on the central Italian plain or area, and then I could probably push down south. It's basically just do what Rome did. Push down south, take all these territories, and then move north eventually. And hopefully we can kind of keep these guys inside long enough not for them to be a bit of a pain. There is a... Yeah. There's the Etruscan League. There's Gallic Confederation. Sonnes. Oh, it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes out. But we'll see. I think we need to just move into next turn, to be honest, because I'm trying to think what else I can really buy. I mean, I could upgrade this settlement some more, I guess. Get some public order in here. What would we want? A small farming colony, or do we want to stay a regular civil colony? I think that one's a good one to get. Get that leveled up a little bit more. I can really neglect Rome at the moment, because I don't think this can get any higher, this level. I think this is like the highest it can have, yeah. So I think this is just a bog standard Yeah, you can't upgrade this anymore, which is a bit of a shame. I wish there should have been some upgrade options. Or maybe I might unlock it on the tech tree eventually.